Okay, so this morning we are at Dukeshouse Wood, just the other side of Hexham. Bit of a different day today. Got rather wet yesterday up at Bowlam Lake, but today we've got blue sky, a little bit of rising mist, and it's dry. I think it's going to get out quite nice. So off we go. Come out of the car park, Dukeshouse Wood, up and over a little brow, and then we drop down and head to a turn for a place called Fellside. So we're coming down off the higher ground, and as you can see, we're getting into the mist. But I think this is the turn to Fellside, so looks as though we'll be in mist for a little while. There we go. Fellside, leading to Tyneview Terrace, Shield Close Cottages, Westview Terrace and Delegate. Delegate, that's an interesting name. And this is Tyneview Terrace. Lovely. Okay, so we turn right, having come through the houses, and this is a public footpath to Dukeshouse, which is 3/4 of a mile away, and it's part of the River Tyne Trail, and it's uphill. So here we go. So I've had to bear left at the first fork in the road, or path, and I'm coming up through a flat section now. Bit of woodland on the right hand side, and it looks as though it opens up a little bit up here. I'll keep you posted. This looks a bit better trodden, doesn't it? So look left and right. There's a family down there, and there's an entrance to Park Wood. So here we go. So we've crossed the road and taken the left-hand track. Okay, so we're coming downhill. Lots of deadwood around. I don't think some of this fell during this most recent storm, but it's just an indication of how the forest evolves. So we're coming down to what looks like another path that crosses the one that we're on. It's the case of turn left, turn right, or straight on. And I think we're going to go straight on. Looks like somebody's lost their glasses. Oh no, what a nightmare. But somebody's kindly put them up there, so maybe they'll find them. Now you could be mistaken into turning right here, but we need to bear left. All about decisions, isn't it? A bit like life, really. Do I turn left? Do I turn right? Or do I go straight on? So we've reached the bottom of the hill, and we've come up to a couple of gates, and we're going to go left and across a little stream and down into these woods. Dogs are just going to have a quick drink and wash their feet. Dark again now. Lots of green leaves. Well, I can hear running water, so... Oh, and I can see a squirrel. Hope the dogs didn't see that. Yeah, some running water. This almost sounds like a waterfall. I wonder. Sounds as though it's down there. Be rude not to go and have a look, wouldn't it? I think we might have to backtrack. Yeah, so instead of going left, we've turned right off the main track, and you can see there's a little brook just falling down towards what presumably is a bigger brook, or maybe even a river. A little bit of navigation needed here. I think we go to the right of this tree stump. Slippy under feet, doubtless the dogs will pull me down. Come on guys, good, well done. Oh yes, gets quite steep, doesn't it? Go on Fina, good girl. There's a convenient little branch to hang on to, probably shouldn't do that, but helps just a little bit. Look. So I need to get down to the next level. I think I'll do that by getting up here, and then round here, and then down here, and staying left, I think. I could end up on my backside here. Hopefully not. Come on. Good girls. And boys. Good. Well done. Whoa! There we go. I'm sure this is going to be worth it. There you are, the burn's getting just a little bigger. Wouldn't be a burn in another part of the country. There'd be a stream. What they call burns up in the north, particularly in Northumberland. There we go, across the burn. Wow! And that's a proper burn. In fact, that's a serious river. Where's that coming from? Come on, let's go and have a look. Look at that. Gorgeous. Let's go and see if we can get a bit further on. Well, that was worth the effort, wasn't it? Well, we could go down there to the beach. Down that one as well. Look at that, there's a dog in there. He's enjoying it. There we go. And a good old swim. Quite a tide. That's where the river's coming from. Okay, so the dogs are desperate to go down. I'm not quite so desperate, but we'll take them down nevertheless. It's their day out as much as mine, isn't it? Hey! There we go. This reminds me of a ski run I once went on. It was just about as steep as this, and you had to turn just about as regularly as this. Ooh! That was a day. Now look. Guys, I've just had a knee replacement. It's a bit much to expect me to get down there. There we go. Here we are. Beautiful. Look at that, straight in. I'm not going to let them off because I don't want to have to go swimming after them. But look at that. I'm not keen on graffiti, but it does make you wonder if Bina will allow us to look, just when Paul wrote his name on that piece of rock. Could have been 20 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. We'll never know. Only Paul will know. Easier going up, do we think? Let's see. Ugh, first one. Second one. Come on then, this way, this way. Third. And the last little bit. Definitely easier going up. So the river is called Devil's Water. And if my memory serves me correct, that's the name of a local beer. I think made by the Allendale Brewing Company. I don't think the river's made a beer, but it's given its name to it. Absolutely magnificent. So back up this little gully. Ooh, with this little steep pitch. Look at the dogs go. They help me a lot here. Hinder me on the way down. Help me on the way up. Nearly spoke too soon. Go on. There's that nasty little protrusion into the path. And then we're pretty much up on high ground again. So back on the original route now. It is quite a lovely day. Swing round to the left and you can hear the river down to our right. Don't know if we'll be able to see it, but well worth a visit. Worth the admission price on its own, as they say. Okay, so we've reached a little fork, a crossroads, not a crossroads but a fork, yes, a fork. And we're going to take the left hand fork. We follow the path along the moss coloured wall. I wonder, is it the same wall? Could be, but then they're all moss coloured over here. Which way? I think we'll go this way. Yes, I think so. Of course, at some point, you might end up with a wall on your right-hand side. And I think this is that point. Yep, there we go. Hole in the wall. And bingo, the wall is on our right-hand side. Okay, so a bit further on up the track, there's another wall. This one hasn't got moss on, but look what's behind it. I think this must be Duke's house. What a magnificent building. Duke's house. I imagine it would be owned by somebody like the Duke of Northumberland. Look at those chimneys. And that's just the west wing. And all the south and the east and the north wing are like. Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. There's another little house. For the servants, probably, in the garden. So once you get past the big house, it's a bit of a slog back towards the road and the car park, but it's flat and reasonably dry, so no cause for complaint. So, Here we are, back at the main road where we started. That's where we drop down towards Fellside, and here's the car park.